Okay, I got everything put into the glass baking pan without too much of a big mess. I can't tell you how good this smells. It's got quite a garlic smell to it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap it up in 2 or 3 sheets of plastic wrap, and then we're going to cover that with foil and we're going to seal it up really good. And then this pan is going to sit on top of this pan in the oven, just in case something stupid does happen, because glass can break sometimes in the oven, and that would help eliminate a huge mess in the oven. Okay, I've got 2 layers of plastic wrap on there, and what that will do is to help seal this thing in as airtight as I can possibly get it. Now I can't put it in the oven like that because the plastic wrap will burn, but if I put 1 or 2 layers of tin foil on top of that, it will protect it and keep it from melting at all. I'm going to be running a low enough temperature that I don't have to worry about melting that plastic wrap. Okay, I just took my thermometer out of the oven. It got up to 350 degrees. It's ready to go. I've got this wrapped up very nicely. I'm going to set this for about 1 hour. Let's get our stopwatch timer out, and I'm going to be looking for a internal temperature of about 155 degrees for pork. Okay, I have just popped that thing into the oven, got the timer set. I've got my trusty meat thermometer out so I can check for that internal temperature in about an hour. But before that, I'm going to make some rice to go along with this. We'll fool around with the dipping sauce tomorrow or the next day if it comes out good. But I want to make some rice so I can have a few slices of this pork for my lunch today. I know how to make rice from scratch, but honestly, I don't care for any of my rice recipes. But one that I do care about, you may find this to be unusual, I do like rice-a-roni, especially this one right here, stir-fried rice by Rice-A-Roni. It's not too bad, really. So we'll make a box of that here in about a half an hour. Okay, I've just got my rice going in the stainless steel pan, and in about 10 minutes I'm gonna check the pork in the oven and see where it's at. Alright, I just pulled this out. I originally checked it at 1 hour and 10 minutes, and it was just creeping upon 120 degrees. And now, so my plastic did melt a little bit, but that's looking better. So where is my thermometer? There we go. So we're looking for an internal temperature of more than 120. And yep, unfortunately, these gauges are pretty dinky. And we're getting up there. We're at 150 right now, and it's slowly going. That might be good. Oh yeah, we're at 150 now, and it's still going. Alright, I think we're going to be good. Yeah, my plastic did not fare very well there. It's really not the right kind of plastic to be doing this. I need to wash my hands. To do that properly, you need to have restaurant certified saran wrap. Okay, we're at 160 now. This is bigger than that one, so we'll pull that out. And we'll check that one back there, but since that one is smaller, it is gonna be over 160. And it's almost over, and it's right at 160 now, so that is good. All right, we need to put this in the wash. Okay, so now that I've determined that my temperature is good and the meat is properly cooked, I'm gonna take my meat fork that I've used many times. Not so much here at home, but at work. And that's a nice, it shrunk up quite a bit, didn't it? Yeah, all right. So we're going to go into this container, and then this smaller piece is what I'm going to cut up for today. I'm going to slice this all up, but I'm going to have a couple slices of this with my rice. So I got my plastic cutting board right here. I've got two cutting boards. I've got a big cutting board, which is wood, and I would never use it for slicing up cooked meat, or especially any kind of raw meat or chicken or anything like that. You always want to use something that's plastic. Meantime, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with all this wonderful juice that I got. I think I'm just going to leave it right in this pan to get rid of all the debris here. There's plastic melted all over the side of this. If I'd thought about it, I would have went and bought some much nicer saran wrap, but I didn't. Before I do anything with this, I'll stir it up a little bit, and I'll get a nice spoonful of that. It's going to be really hot, so it'll take me a moment, and I want to taste this and just see if that could possibly be used as a dipping sauce in the future. It's not bad. It's pretty powerful though, but it didn't thicken up much. So if I am going to use this for something, I'm going to have to thicken it up with probably some slurry or something like that, and I don't have any of that. And unfortunately, 35 seconds ago, my neighbor decided to start up his lawn mowing toys. So you might be able to hear that. I took a slice off of there. It came out pretty good. It's pretty moist and tender, just like I wanted it to be. Rice has been sitting here staying warm. I'm going to take and dice up a whole bunch of this and add it to the rice, and I'll be able to eat on that for a while. All right. That cuts pretty good. I don't think I'm going to slice all this up. There is the pork that I am going to save in the refrigerator. Pork here will get diced up and added to the rice, and I'll have some of that for my lunch today. All right, there we go. We got our pork mixed in with all this rice. I'm going to dish myself up a plate of this today for my lunch. And this will come together. This will reheat really nicely for lunch for a couple of days. But it really needs to have some green onions added to it, maybe some other vegetables. And I would reheat this up, probably in the cast iron with a scrambled egg or two. That would be good. But for now, we're just going to have a plate of this. And I've got that hoisin sauce and that teriyaki sauce and the soy sauce that I'll experiment on with it for today. And then tomorrow or this weekend, I will experiment with making some kind of sauce out of the marinade and see if I can actually make a pork and seeds appetizer out of that. And if I do, you'll see it right here. For now, that's it. Thanks for watching.